at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Virginia Cavaliers and the NC State Wolfpack. Free Staters David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Virginia head coach before this game, Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Virginia's offense will go to work first. And now here comes Peyton Lewis. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion. You in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Cavaliers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wide receiver comes in motion. Maybe a double pass. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Cavaliers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Davis.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Cavaliers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Finds his man, it's Courtney. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Cavaliers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun. Rush is on. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Sets his feet. It's Gardner. Looking to take a shot. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. Turning it on. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Quick give. It's Scott. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Gets the back moving. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Give to the running back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. On the ground, it's Lewis. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Drives inside. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Cavaliers are flying down the field. To throw, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Throws it back. Right side, it's Martin. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Got a little grass. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Now hits it, it's Lewis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Virginia!
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. All over him immediately.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Gardner. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Acker. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But he does a great job securing the catch, getting the 1st down.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Sells to fake. Going for it all. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Wolfpack. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you can tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Turns it upfield. And that'll be enough for the first down, a gain of 13 on the play, and the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Under pressure. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Second down now after the sack. On the RPO, got it. Brought down. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throws it back. Right side, it's Martin. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't get him to the ground. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Davis. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Throws it back. Got it on the outside, it's Beebe.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver. Playing 7-on-7 is middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Moves the pocket, it's Daniels. Pulls it in. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their second. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Cavaliers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Going for the big play. Just had to get rid of it.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Oh, pressure's coming. Finds his target. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 10 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Sooners on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game inside Carter Finley Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Cavaliers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Cavaliers head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Gardner. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. They were just
looking deep. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Here's some daylight. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. And the Cavaliers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Look out! And down he goes.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in a goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Wolfpack sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of hand if they don't make something happen right now. You see the coaches and players coming.
And he is sacked, and the quarterback's going to be kicking himself for staying in the pocket a little too long on that one.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys, and the defense is a nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Turns it upfield. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Searching for space. Makes a move. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Gonna run it. It's Beebe. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Quickly out to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Got it, looking for the 1st down. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center down's going to the air. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that lap.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Straight ahead, it's Scott. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's Gardner. Here comes the heat. Snags it. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the... Virginia. 5. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. second down as we open the final stanza. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes a grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Caught. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. Setting up the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't...
Trying to beat the D deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like they've just...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Out wide right, it's Johnson. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Cavaliers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the penalty.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows it.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Pulls it. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Sets his feet. It's Gardner. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from